This tutorial video is designed to accompany the worksheet for lesson 28 of Learn Your Scales and Arpeggios for Clarinet, in which you begin working towards an advanced level of scale knowledge. You should by this stage be familiar with all major and minor scales and their arpeggios with key signatures of up to 4 sharps and 4 flats. If you are uncertain about these scales and arpeggios, you should spend some time revising and improving them before you try to move on. The worksheet for this lesson begins with some theoretical explanation to prepare you for learning to play your minor scales in both harmonic and melodic form. It is important that you follow all the instructions on the worksheet, as this video will not cover all that is required by itself. You should by now be aware of the different forms of minor scale. You have so far played only the harmonic form, in which the leading note is raised by a semitone. The reason for changing this note is to make the dominant chord, the chord of 5, a major chord. There are historical and aesthetic reasons for this. Here is a perfect cadence in the key of A minor. It consists of the chord of 5, followed by the chord of 1. The chord of 5 is E major, which includes G sharp, the raised leading note in A minor. You can of course construct this with an E minor chord instead, and this is by no means offensive to the ear, but traditionally the major chord was felt to sound more satisfactory. In music, of course, rules are regularly and enthusiastically broken, but that is a story for another day. The raised leading note in the harmonic minor scale gives rise to the awkward step of an augmented second from the minor sixth to the major seventh. This interval doesn't sit comfortably in melodic constructions. Compare these two versions of a little passage from the Mozart Clarinet concerto, which goes like this. Now here's one way of going on, and here's another. Fairly obviously, it's the second version that Mozart went for. For the purposes of melodic construction, we have the melodic minor scale, in which the submediant and leading notes, steps 6 and 7, are raised when ascending, but not when descending. It is important to understand the theoretical background to this, which establishes a clear harmonic relationship between the minor key and its relative major. But it is more practical when learning to play them to make comparisons between the minor and its tonic major. For example, you will learn to listen for the necessary adjustments to convert the scale of A major into the two forms of A minor. We will refer to the bundle that consists of the scales of A major, A harmonic minor and A melodic minor, and the arpeggios of A major and A minor as the A sequence. Over the next 11 lessons you will learn all 12 sequences. You should by now be very familiar with the scale and arpeggio of A major. Here they are. You convert the arpeggio of A major to A minor simply by lowering the third from C sharp, a major third, to C natural, a minor third. The fifth stays the same, that's why we call it a perfect fifth. So the first 5 notes of an A minor scale are the same as the A major scale, apart from this minor third. The main challenge with minors is dealing with what goes on between the fifth of the scale and the tonic. The scale of A harmonic minor should cause no difficulty, as it is the first minor scale you ever learned. But you now need to be aware of the important pattern of intervals. The 6th step is a semitone above the 5th, 7th step is a semitone below the tonic. If you concentrate on those two important semitone steps in all harmonic minor scales, the awkward augmented second from 6 to 7 takes care of itself. You will find exercise 48 easy, but it illustrates the approach you will use to learn all the other harmonic minors. Part of the exercise consists of the scale written out in 7/16 time. This helps to relate the scale to the arpeggio. Here is the scale of A harmonic minor. The important difference in the ascending melodic minor scale is the raised 6th step, giving you a major 6th. The first 5 notes of the scale are the same as the harmonic form, but then you take a step of a tone and another tone followed by a semitone. So you need to be very aware of that major 6th. The ascending melodic minor scale is the same as the tonic major, A major in this case, apart from the minor 3rd. Descending from the top, you will drop by a tone to a minor 7th, another tone to a minor 6th, and a semitone to your 5th. You effectively descend in the relative major, in this case C major. When first playing melodic minor scales, it is advisable to stop at the top and think a moment before descending. Instinctively, you will want to go down the same way you went up. Exercise 49 helps you with turning the corner at the top of the A melodic minor scale. And once again includes a section in 7/16 time. To summarise the process by which you will learn all 12 sequences, you start with the major scale from which you extract the major arpeggio. You convert the major arpeggio to a minor arpeggio by flattening the 3rd. You add the 2nd and 4th steps to the triad, which will be the same as in the major scale. Then you listen carefully for the 6th. In the harmonic minor, it is a semitone above the 5th, a minor 6th. Also listen for the 7th, a semitone below the tonic. In the melodic minor, listen for a major 6th. Coming down in the melodic minor, you look for steps of a tone, another tone, and a semitone. So here is the A sequence. Practice Plan 28 consists almost entirely of revision of everything you have done before. Don't be tempted to leave anything out. It is important to drill everything regularly.